Well, I think I'm gonna try this one.
Hello. Greetings Woodsty fans. We are back for video number 375. This is episode 2 of the DIY tool series where ZW takes a handful of cheap concrete chisels and turns them into wood turning tools. Last week you watched as he made a skew chisel. Watch this week as Zed makes a roughing gouge. As a bonus this week we get to watch this clumsy oaf attempt to shape the handle for the gouge using last week's skew. This should be entertaining. Please hit the like button on this one and share it out. Also, at end be sure to put your vote into the comments telling Zed what the next tool should be. We have 4 more times Zed can attempt to take a poor quality tool and turn it into something mediocre. Enjoy the show.
Now give me the beat.
Alright folks, I'm skeptical on this one. It's really thick on the walls, so I'm hoping that this edge will do something. I based it on a roughing gouge. There's also a different thickness on each of these sides, so I don't know if that's going to mess me up or not. Those of you who know about metal tools, you'll notice I have not yet quenched this. Not really. You can see the different colors that the metal went through. So clearly by the time it got out to the edge it was going into these different colors. That said, it is still pretty hard. So today I'm not going to go through that whole process of showing you that because it's long and it's boring and it's like 30 seconds of video, but it takes 3 or 4 hours. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do a little test cut with this just to see how, you know, some of the work on this, I'll use this just to see how the edge holds up and see if the angles are good and all that stuff. And then if there's an actual tool here, then I'll take the time to do it right and see where this takes us. All right, let's make a handle. Oh yeah, and I also wanted to show you, I did go back and regrind the edge on this skew chisel to make it a little bit less aggressive. One of my fans said that might be a good idea, and I see the logic. You know, instead of trying to bludgeon through the wood, we're going to try to hone through the wood, is my theory. And so thanks for that advice, and I think it looks cool. So let's use it on this and see where it gets us. yeah, last week, I don't know if I told you guys how I made the ferrule, but I just took an old piece of water pipe, locked the piece off. So I'm going to do the same thing again. Sometimes I use the threaded end just to give it some look, but I'm more interested in this end. So that's where that came from. So we'll do the same thing, throw a bevel on it, slap it on there, maybe tighten it up here, and go from there. Yeah, that's not half bad. I've never really used a roughing gouge, but I mean that's taking chips off. Oh, you know, while I'm before I forget, I wanted to talk about this. So my handle here, well, I seem to have misplaced the handle, but this nut is what used to tighten down the tool rest, and you can see that out here on the end it's all boogered up, and the handle on the inside was bad too. So you know, it's one of those where you push it out and you rotate it, and they were all stripped out, and so I couldn't tighten down my tool rest. I was looking in places that sold these kind of handles, and they're kind of a pain to get and figure out the right sizes, and the prices are kind of crazy. But I called customer service at Laguna, and mind you, I bought this lathe long time ago, maybe like 10, 11 years ago, and so it's not under warranty or anything anymore, I don't believe. But the guys there were super cool. They had one on the shelf. They said, you know what, we'll just send it out. So this is a thank you to the Laguna tech who helped me out. I really appreciate it, and thank you to that company. It's nice to, you know, it's a small thing, I'm sure, but you know, when you order something, it can be weeks. So I'm right back into wood turning, and I'm not using wrenches and stuff to keep this thing tight. So thank you to Laguna for that. And there's no sponsorship or anything, but they did send it to me.
Calentura pura, chula, te prende el fueguito, el disco en la tula. Le explote la pista, nunca te quita, tú me castigas, yo la bendiga.
So I want to compare and contrast here. The closest thing to a roughing gouge I have is this thing. And first, you know, right off the bat, this thing's junk. And see, this, I don't even know what bevel I'm going for, but this does not work nearly as well. What's this size? So, go from garbage to mediocre, and it feels like you're going from a VW Bug to a Ferrari. Anyway, I'm having fun.
Baby, know what I mean. Little spice in the scene, and we break it down, yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, make it go up and down scene. Rocker that we drink is better than the lean. Flow's got me feeling like it's feeling like a fiend. In the fire in the belly, yeah, lips full of steam. Vibe is mental, know what I mean. Eyes looking mean, you know what I mean. Handle the flow, you know what I mean. Yeah, now it's looking key.
Muévelo como tembleque, baila como triple, nalga piquete. Un bel chori, baby, estamos al garete. Una muñeca
don't know if a skew is the right tool when you have air in your turn, but it does feel like it's cutting it pretty smooth. I mean, like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. So, like all tools, it's about the technique and getting the right angle on the bevel, and I'm just feeling for it. So I'm sure some of you out there are cringing. But when you get it, it starts to peel a nice shaving off. folks, there is the roughing gouge. I really like the bug trails that I kept into the handle. It's subtle, but it's there. You know, that's a thing that I don't know, maybe it's a signature of some of my work. And I like the wire burns. This wood with the boiled linseed oil, it's very similar to my skew. And you guys saw I used the skew today. I know I'm rough, bear with me, but I like it. It's a little bigger. I think a smaller skew might be a better skew depending on what you're turning, but I'm forcing myself to learn new things, so good times. But so far this blade is holding up. It still seems, I ran a file on it, it's still hard. I don't know if I'm gonna have to, obviously I just shoved it in here, so it'll be a little work to get it out if I need to cook it and all that. But let's see what happens. Words are not coming to me today. Anyway. I don't think this thickness difference is going to be a problem. I think my bevel's pretty good, but I'm open to suggestion from the crowd. It could be more aggressive, but I was very happy with the chips that I was getting with this tool. So that's tool number 2, folks. We made it through. So far, our $25 worth of cheap concrete chisels is turning out some tool, a little bit of water pipe, a little bit of scrap wood. So this brings us to our next vote. So here we go. I know many of you have already voted, and I appreciate that, and your input will be taken into account. But here we are. These are the remaining tools. So tell me what you want. There's been a couple of good suggestions. One of them was a French tool that's made out of a square stock that I could get out of this one. I'm spacing off the top of my head right now, but that's a possibility. Some folks have recommended maybe a scraper for inside of a bowl, maybe with this one or this one. There's still some opportunity here. A beating tool. So drop your votes in. I'm still weighing all the info I've gotten so far. I'm also basing it on if there's tools I don't personally have, then that would be a good one for me to make. So you know me, I like to try and make things myself and go from there. So there you have it, folks. Tool number 2 is done, and let's move on to number 3. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all this feedback. I love watching other people's videos and getting inspired. I hope that's what my videos do for you. So happy Saturday. See you on Tuesday when my next video drops, and go make your own sawdust. All right. Bye.